Hey guys, welcome back to Third Space Pod. If you haven't been here
What's
yet,
good?
this is episode 12. My name is Vicky.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Dan.
I'm Kenny.
Before we start this podcast, I just wanted to notify everyone our drop date is actually going to be every Monday and not Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start of the work week. You can listen
Yes,
to it on
sir.
your drive to work.
Or your drive home
make
from
your
work.
make your miserable drive a little bit less miserable
Yes,
or
sir.
more. I don't know
Or
though. Which-
whatever you're into. Whatever you're into.
You're already suffering. Just suffer a
Yes,
little bit more. Might as
Might as
well.
well at this point. What's a little more suffering, right?
Just a little bit more.
It's a little more. It's okay.
So I wanted to start off the podcast with a few things. I don't know if you guys heard about Pinky Doll. Do you guys know who that is?
Yes, a little bit.
No
Pinky
idea.
Doll? I don't know shit about
Okay,
that.
so Pinky Doll is this girl on TikTok, right? She does this NPC thing, which is creators acting as a non-playable video game character with robotic movements and only limited lines of dialogue. So she acts like a robot. So people on TikTok, right? She goes on a live.
All right.
People would send her, I don't know, like different emojis or like messages, and she'll say it or reenact it, and she gets paid for it. But the way she does it, she's a robot. So her doing that, guess how much she gets paid in a fucking day? Guess.
In a day,
Mm-hmm.
In a whole
On
day.
TikTok.
Just TikTok?
Just TikTok alone.
couple grand,
Can't be much.
Give me a number.
$5,000.
$2,000?
Kenny?
7,000.
Yes, it's fucking 7,000 a day. Isn't that crazy? So while she's doing these videos, she's actually using a hair straightener to pop popcorn.
Pop popcorn.
Like the
What?
seeds. Isn't that crazy? Like who would have thought of that? I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, she's a
But-
pioneer.
But why would you think of that though? That's-
But then look at her. Like she thought about it and she's making 7 racks a fucking month. I mean a day.
I'm so confused.
That's
Wait, what is
crazy.
she doing? Exactly.
You know-
She's just on live and
She's
then,
on
like,
live.
What? I'm lost, bro. I'm baffled.
Crazy, huh? 7 fucking racks a day.
Okay.
Shit.
And that's only
Wait,
like
wait,
an
wait.
hour of her
Question.
day.
No, yeah, base or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know how long she's on there, but yeah.
Okay, question. She good looking?
I would say she's
Ooh.
cute.
Okay.
She's African American. She's cute. She's cute.
Okay.
She's cute.
Yeah, but she's not like.
She's not like well, I don't know your type, so it's like I would say she's cute, but
No,
I don't.
She's not like Rose.
Oh,
know?
of course not. No one could be like her. What the fuck? I don't know what you're talking about.
But you know what I'm saying, right? Like she's like good looking, but she's not like that good looking to where like, oh, she'll make $7,000 in an hour just because of her looks.
Is she gonna sell her bath water and people will buy it or no?
People probably will.
Didn't people
for
used to
her.
do that?
Yeah.
With
Oh, yeah,
bath
yeah.
I
water?
only know of one person that did that.
Who?
I don't know her name.
It was
Her
me.
name's Belle Delphine.
Oh, Belle Delphine.
Yeah. She's actually
That's crazy.
she makes a fucking like so much money. I think she makes like $1 million a month.
I wouldn't doubt it. Still?
Shut the fuck
Still
up.
relevant?
No, maybe not now, but like during her prime when she was like
Yeah,
really
yeah,
big,
yeah.
she would make probably over $1 million a month.
Oh
She
shit,
was on
that's
OF
actually a
though,
lot.
right?
Yeah, she had OnlyFans, like everything.
Question: Who is that?
Belle Delphine.
Who is that?
She's the OnlyFans like content creator.
Like, yeah.
Wait,
Is she recent or?
She's
Been
Maybe
around?
recent, like a couple of years ago, maybe.
Do
I
you
don't know
think
who that
she
is.
was one of the pioneers of OnlyFans, the
OnlyFans?
first to kind of pop up with it?
She was definitely, I don't know about like OnlyFans content, but she's definitely one of the first to make that kind of cringy, like uwu, like
Yeah,
anime
that's
girl
for
type of
sure.
content.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And that's how she got so big. And all these like people just started simping for her.
But 1 million in a day?
No, in a month. I mean,
but that's still a lot.
she's
What the
probably
fuck?
made $1 million in a day before somehow, but
Oh my
I wouldn't-
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so Pinky Doll, she's acting like an NPC, right?
Yeah, so she does that, and now she starts doing she has an OnlyFans account too, but I don't know what she does on there. But I mean, I guess it's a smart
You
move,
wanna-
right?
You want to check it out?
Okay, sign up for it.
For research purposes.
Sign up for it. But yeah, like after her, like a bunch of people are doing it. Like Kai. Do you guys know who Kai is?
He's doing OnlyFans?
No. Oh shit.
Oh.
The NPC. I'm sorry, not
No,
OnlyFans.
he's on Feet Finder.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm
No.
subscribed.
Okay.
Why are you getting red all of a sudden? Are you nervous? You shy?
It's a little
Me?
hot in here.
No,
Yeah.
I just drank a White Claw.
Okay, so Kai, he's only 21 years old, right?
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
He's
I thought he was
right?
older.
I thought he was older.
He's a streamer, YouTuber, and he's worth 9 milli.
Makes
And
sense.
he did NPC, and in an hour he made 6 racks.
Yeah.
That's fucking
okay.
crazy.
Have you guys seen these streams though?
I fucking love Kai.
He's
Kai's
funny.
actually
No, not
funny.
his streams, but the NPC streams.
No.
I've
No.
seen
It's
one.
weird. It's like they'll just be like, "Oh, thank you for the ice cream. Thank you for the ice cream," and then they'll just like keep doing it over and over, or like something else will go on. They're like, "Woo, I'm a cowgirl." And, like,
Yeah.
they just do that the whole
Yeah.
stream, and then I'm like, "Dude," but then the thing is like, she's saying cowgirl and ice cream because of the gifts or whatever, or like the donations are like in forms of like ice cream
She's getting
emojis
paid to say those things.
or like cowboy emojis, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it's.
And it's crazy, like talking about this too, right? I was on TikTok yesterday, and for some reason, I saw this girl's live, and she's sleeping, and like she has 2K views, 2,000 people are watching her just sleep.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does that shit? Isn't that shit fucking weird?
You know, she's not the first one to do that. I've seen some sleeping streams before. This one
Mhm.
guy did it. He made 15 grand
Oh my god!
in his sleep. Well, he didn't get much sleep though, because the way he had it set up was when people donated a certain amount, they can play a sound.
Mm.
So he'll be
Yeah.
like trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden like this
Ding.
loud song would come on, and like it's like a bunch of
Damn.
different sounds too. Like he slept next to a window, and then he'll
Mhm.
have like this one knocking sound, and then people kept playing that all night.
I fucking
But-
hate that knocking sound.
Oh yeah, but then the thing is like it's genius, right? Like he probably wasn't trying to sleep, you know.
Right.
He probably
He knows what he's doing.
yeah, like he knows what he's doing, but he made 15 grand in one night,
That's crazy. One
Well-
night is like what, 8 hours? 6
Yeah.
hours?
pretty much. Yeah,
That's
If
crazy.
you put it into perspective, you watch people eat. Why not watch them sleep, right? Or is that?
I
totally
see,
different.
but then at the same time, when I watch someone eat, it's more like there's a reason, which is like, oh, is the food good, or like the sound of it, or like, you know, just I don't know. Sleeping is kind of weird. You're just laying there sleeping. Like, what am I
Yeah.
watching?
There's
Oh.
no entertainment factor, just
Yeah.
on the sleeping, which is
That's fair.
you know what it is? It's people are waiting for something to happen
yeah,
while they're sleeping.
for sure.
Well, technically, like she was wearing this
Okay.
tank top, right?
Oh, okay, that's a different story.
And like she had one arm up, so of course laying down, one arm up, you kind of like basically see her boob. But then it's like her tank top is so thin, like possibly only covering her nipple. So maybe like I don't fucking know.
Are you sure they're looking at her boob or her armpit?
You like armpits?
Yeah, I'll look that shit up. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't you know Dan sub to Armpit Finder?
I know, huh?
Hey.
You should make that shit up. Make a website
Hey,
for that.
It's copyrighted. Don't start that shit. I started it.
Armpit
Armpit
Armory.
Finder. My idea. I'm gonna use the AI just to build this app.
You should. Andrew would be the first one to sign up.
That's
Look at his
facts.
armpit right
Can
now.
I invest?
I'm in the correct stance for it.
Like, can you pull your sleeve down or no?
Out of respect for my armpit hair, I will not.
That's funny.
Well, do you guys shave your armpit?
I
do
wax.
not. Yeah,
You wax your armpit. Do you guys shave your armpit?
No,
I shave my armpit.
you do?
that's fair.
Yeah, I like
get
it
it.
clean.
I get it.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
for those who don't shave, like lengthwise,
You want to see it?
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
not that. I don't have that much.
I can't see.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait,
you
wait,
don't have a lot.
time out.
Yeah.
Ever since the day you were alive till now, that's all you have?
That's fucking.
I don't have a lot of
That's-
armpit hair.
You're a gift from God.
I have a lot.
Okay, hear me out. The reason I like to shave my armpit is
Okay.
because, of course, when you go to the gym, you wear a tank top, right?
Okay.
One of the things I hate is when your hair fucking like
Oh, I know. I see.
it like sticks
Oh.
out, and I'm like, bro, this is so weird.
I get
but
that.
I do grow a lot of armpit hair, so I do have to shave it occasionally.
wax would be better.
You want to do it for me?
Yeah, I do for you.
You know what's crazy? I've
I'm
never
down.
noticed that you shaved your armpits, even though I've seen you in tank tops a lot.
It's not
Actually,
something we
today
don't
I saw
think
you
about.
shirtless.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people look at your armpits necessarily. So I
Oh.
guess that's why you wouldn't notice. But
Oh.
it's like weird. It like if I stood straight up, it would just come off to the side. And it's
I know what you mean.
It's so
Yeah.
weird. I don't like it. So that's why I shave my armpits.
That's
Since we're
valid.
talking about armpit hair, I've seen that girls online who just like to grow it out, and it's pretty fucking long. Like if you were to go on a date with somebody, right, and they have that long hair of armpit hair,
Uh-huh.
would you guys be okay, or we gonna be like,
I'm playing with that shit, dog. I'm fucking curling it. I'm
It's like, hey, can I braid that?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
no?
I'll be so like deep in her
That's
armpit.
so-
Like, how's your day going? girl?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you
so
start
cute.
sniffing it and shit.
that's weird. No, I just want to play with it
Have you done it before?
with my own armpit.
No. With a girl's armpit.
I haven't met a girl who doesn't shave. Well, I've also been with Jess for 13 years, so
So you guys would be okay with them having, so they don't ever shave like anywhere on their body.
for me, I'm okay with it.
It depends. I mean, if they're like a gorilla, then you should probably shave or get some
But
waxing
then listen,
done.
okay, what if like you go on a date, it's cool and nice, and then like after a while, and then you notice all that hair.
Yeah,
Would you handle it, or would you be like, nah?
like a silverback?
back hair?
Yeah.
Fuck.
She got a little chest hair too.
I don't know. That's a little bit weird.
That's
no?
more grip, you know.
Hey.
You grab him by the back hair.
I'm
Shit.
Oh, that's-
fire.
That's good for when you do like doggy or
Yeah.
something.
And you're like, boom.
Yeah, something.
But then you have
like
her
handlebars.
hair-
It's like a bike.
But you have her hair to hold on to already, no?
Oh, I guess
I know,
that's
but-
true.
Or like her shoulders.
It's different. It's a different angle when you grab her from the
How
back
do you
hair.
grab back here?
Like
You go like this?
You know, I never tried, so I don't know.
Y'all crazy. But anyways, moving on. Today's topic is, since we're Asian hate or racism.
Fuck, I ain't Asian.
What are you then?
Yeah, you right. I'm Asian.
You're stupid. I would say you could gonna be. I mean, Hawaiian is Asian, right?
Oh fuck, I ain't know.
Hawaiian is
Like a vibe.
Hawaiian's not Asian.
Why'd you do that?
But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
No, they're Polynesian.
But what?
Are they?
I think they are
I think like
Asian.
Hawaiian, like actual Hawaiian.
Aren't they
Polynesian.
Are
Pacific
Polynesian?
Islander?
Oh, okay, I got that wrong then. But then most of like people that are in Hawaii aren't actually Hawaiian, so that's what makes it very Asian.
Because they're
I think.
Filipinos.
There's a lot of Japanese.
I think there's a lot of Japanese. There's a lot of Filipino in
Filipinos.
Hawaii. Yeah.
yeah, I think like it's very rare to meet like an actual Hawaiian person.
Yeah.
Have you guys met one when you guys were on your trip?
I wouldn't know.
I'm sure it's like, are you a tourist or no?
That's not a question I asked.
Yeah.
But then, like, is there like a vibe like you kind of read off of?
There's a local vibe.
Yeah,
like you can
yeah.
tell who's a local and who's a
Yeah,
tourist.
but, like,
who's an actual
yeah,
Hawaiian
when it
is
comes to
something
that,
different.
It's either like you're mixed with Japanese, you mix with Samoan, you mix with
Yeah.
something
I forgot about
else.
Samoans.
Yeah.
They're Respect.
I think there's more Hawaiian living outside of Hawaii. I think I looked this up recently.
why? Why would they?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I think Hawaii's too expensive for them.
Oh, that's true.
It's
Yeah,
expensive.
I think they're getting priced out of their own
Yeah.
land. Yeah, I think that's a big issue with
Sad.
Hawaii.
hmm
Yeah.
I think that tourism is like it's not a good thing for them.
I think it's a good and a bad.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think that's
yeah.
their main source of income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, right? So what happens if everyone leaves?
then everyone.
No one's
there-
not.
Of course, not everyone's gonna leave, but then
No, no, no.
like
there is there is government like
Money,
sanctions. No, not funds. What it is like I think for you to actually own land in Hawaii, you have to prove that you're like 50% Hawaiian or something, or
Oh.
like 100% Hawaiian for you to actually own land in Hawaii. But it is very rare that someone is 100%
Yeah.
Hawaiian, which
How
is
do-
like an issue as well.
So what do they do? How do they prove it? Like they take one of those like
I don't know.
genetics
I don't know how
tests?
they prove it or not.
Like how
but,
do you prove that?
They ask them a series of questions, and depending on how they answer,
They go like, so fucker.
What's up, you
And then they
fuckers?
gauge it off their response.
Yeah. So how was the food yesterday? Done broke the mouth.
do they really talk like that?
Find out no
That's gotta-
grinds, bro.
yeah,
Really?
Their slang is like different.
I want to learn their slang.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, can
My-
you
I met this Hawaiian guy online the other day, and he's like, when you go to Hawaii, ask them if they're looking for trouble. Yeah, you look like you want some trouble.
You looking for trouble, brother?
Wait, why?
You look like you looking for some trouble.
It's the only way.
I guess that's
I
how
done
you like.
broke the mouth.
I guess that's how you hit people up in Hawaii.
Yeah. You what is
Like,
it?
do you want to hang out, but do you want trouble?
No, like
You
you
want-
probably like you want like fight or something.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Dude, I've seen a lot of like Hawaiian fights and shit, or like fights in
Uh-huh.
Hawaii. They fucking scrap, brother.
No, I fucking don't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, they like actually throw kicks, but it looks like they're solid kicks. It's not like random.
I think they're
kicks.
built different, but out there.
No.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think fighting is in their culture. Like, I think there is gun violence, but I think it's more likely for Hawaiians,
fists.
yes, to handle shit with their fists and to end peacefully.
Hmm.
Like it's like, oh, like
That's
they pick
great.
them up afterwards and they shake hands and they go like separate ways.
Oh, Very
I think that's
respectful.
part of their culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
like that.
the Samoan dance they do.
Uh-huh.
What is that
The
called?
haka.
Would you guys ever be a part of that? Like,
It's
let's
not-
just say, like,
It's not.
It's
for
not
me
part of
to
my
s-
culture.
Yeah, it's not for
So
me.
I don't
what
think
if
so.
like
Yeah.
you go over there and you take a class or something?
I don't think
Oh.
Hawaiians do that though.
They don't.
I think it is
No.
traditional for them to
I
do
think that's
that.
Polynesian.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Which is not. I could be wrong. I don't think I've ever seen a Hawaiian do the haka.
I think you're right. I don't know. You guys can
Yeah.
fact check us, but
we're so
Yeah. I don't
for
know.
me, I'm not very good on like geography and stuff like that. But
well, you do what was it like the dance with the skirt, the grass skirt?
oh yeah, I think that's Hawaiian. Yeah.
What is that
Yeah,
called?
what is that
hula
called?
dancing?
The-
Yeah. hula
Oh,
dancing.
yeah.
But like the other thing where you stick out your tongue and shit.
Yeah.
I don't
That
think-
shit's fucking crazy,
I
huh?
don't think that's Hawaiian. At least I could be wrong. I don't know.
maybe it's very prevalent because it is Polynesian
I think
in Hawaii.
You
I
ever
don't know.
seen was it Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw?
I think
Hobbs versus Shaw or something?
Uh-huh.
And then they were
Oh,
I
they,
think they
like,
were
do
in
that shit.
Hawaii.
Mhm.
No, they were
But-
not.
Were they not? Where were they?
I don't think they're in. Fuck.
They were on some island, I believe.
I think it's some
Samoa?
Samoa.
Is that a place? Samoa?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah. I don't think that was Hawaii though.
Where Samoans
Okay,
are
they-
from?
Fuck, I don't know. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cut
We're
everything.
so like. I feel like Americans are not taught like geography.
I do believe in that.
Because I feel like everyone who's a foreigner that I meet knows so much about the
Right?
world.
right?
Or the
Yeah.
US, like we know about
We, don't,
like
we only know us.
Mhm.
we only know the US. Yeah.
I barely know the US.
I barely know the yeah, for sure. But
Where's Montana?
Did you know District of Columbia is a state?
District of Columbia?
I think so, right?
Where's that?
District of Columbia is a state, right?
What?
DC?
DC?
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't fucking know. Never mind, dude.
Washington,
geography-
DC?
no.
Or-
Is that what it is? Washington District of Columbia?
No.
It's like
DC
separate.
DC is not in
it's-
Washington.
Yeah, no. It's called Washington, DC, but it's on the East Coast.
Yeah, but isn't that?
But I don't
what
know. if-
state is it in?
No, it's in 4 different states, I think.
No, Washington, DC?
I think so.
Yeah, what state
Is
is
it
it in?
not? It's in the DMV, which is Denver.
Denver's
The
not a
DMV?
state, bro.
No. DMC is Detroit. Wait.
District of Columbia.
DMV, the Department of Motor
Fuck.
Vehicles?
Yeah, the
Hold on.
DMV.
I think DMV is like
Isn't it in Maryland or like some East Coast state? See, this is how bad American geography is. We just don't know.
What does Google say?
Okay, District of Columbia, Washington D.C., capital of the United
but
States
is that
of America.
in
No, it's on the
Washington?
East Coast. What state is it in?
Maryland,
Maryland.
and Virginia.
Oh, see?
is a state level.
Okay, I'm dumb.
No. all of them
Why? Why is it called District of Columbia? I don't know.
Anyways, Asian hate. Well, what topic you got, Vicky?
Well, I also before we get into that, I wanted to include recently I've been seeing a lot of videos of this experiment. It's a black guy and a white guy, right? They act to be blind and they're asking for help in the street. Like they walk up to someone acting blind, grabbing onto someone's like arm, and then like the black person doesn't really get any help, or people's reactions kind of like, oh, like get off of me. Whereas the white guy, everyone helps and is okay with that. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Like in today's like time and date.
Coming in, wait, explain that one more time because I haven't seen this.
Okay, so they're both blind, acting like they're blind.
Okay, is this like one of those social experiments?
Yes.
I don't like that shit.
One black, one white.
Okay.
Right? Going up to random people, grabbing
Yeah.
their arm, like trying to like hook onto their arm. And for the black, it's like they don't really get positive reactions. They don't want to help. It's kind of like, like get off of me. Like, what the hell? Who's this?
Yeah.
Whereas the white man is kind of like, oh, you're blind. Let me help you. And then kind of like holding on to them, going to wherever they are.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about that in today's date? Like, not like time and day, like 2023.
You know what? I think there is like, even though it's getting better, I feel like there still is like a lot of like just racism in general, like in people's minds, right? So I think I want to say it's almost like normal for me to see that in a social experiment, which is kind of fucked up, right? But it's like, I wouldn't expect it to go any other way.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not the results of that. I'm not like super surprised. Yeah. It's unfortunate to say that, but for me, I don't think I'm super surprised on that outcome. I do feel like, I don't know if I speak for the rest of you guys, but for me, I feel like my generation I do think it's getting better, but I don't think it's there. But I do think the next generation, it's better than my generation. And then like thus going forward, I do believe it's going to get better. But depending like who they're like latching onto, like their generation, I'm not super surprised. Like I speak for my generation. If that happened to like majority of the people in my age group, I'm not super surprised about that.
How about, tell me this, in the video, were they just latching on, or were they like, hey, like I'm blind?
No, they don't say anything.
Okay, that's a little bit different.
Like, yeah. Anyone latching onto me, I'm already like,
anybody
a little, like sussed out.
If unless they're before like, hey, like I'm blind, like I just need a little help crossing the street or whatever.
Yeah. If they spoke up about it,
You think the reaction would be different if they
Yes,
spoke
for
about
sure.
it?
1000%. Yes.
But then it's kind of weird that the white people did get help versus the black people, so that is kind of a little weird.
Kind of piggybacking into that too. I've seen experiments where people would ask for money, right? And if a black person asks for money, it's like, no, I don't have no money. But white person, I think they were wearing a suit, maybe. They asked for money. And then it's like, yeah, I'll give you $5. But if you put that into perspective, like, why do people do that? Is it because this person in a suit probably doesn't need the money, but you're more so willing to give this person money when they really probably doesn't seem like they need it, but someone who looks like they need it, you're not willing to give them money, right? Which is very contradicting. And I think that's crazy, because if you see a homeless person, okay, put everything aside, you see a homeless person, they ask you for $5, right? Sometimes you give it to them, sometimes you won't. But if someone in a suit comes by and it's like, hey, you got $5 for the train? It's like, yeah, I got $5 for you. You just give it to them. No questions asked, right? You don't even bat an eye about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I think it's mainly because like, I feel like our area, we have like kind of a lot of homeless people. So it's kind of normal for us to kind of just walk around or drive around and just see homeless people everywhere. Whereas when you see a person in a suit coming up to you, like, oh, you think like, oh, they're probably just like really need the cash like right now. I could probably just give it to them. Versus where like, I feel like we're so desensitized to seeing homeless people asking for money, where we're just like, when we see somebody like that asking, we're just like, nah, we don't got anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I also think there's a stigma with homeless people. I feel like the stigma is all homeless people are drug addicts. And when that comes into play, it's like, I don't want to feed into their addiction. So when like someone who's homeless of like they look a little raggedy, I guess, compared to a business suit. It's like, ooh, do I want to give them money? Like, are they actually going to actually use it for good or buy food, or are they going to buy drugs? Compared to a person wearing a suit, it's like, oh, they probably just like forgot their wallet, or they don't like whatever. They probably just need cash real quick. I can help them out. They're not buying drugs with it. So
no, I agree. I think that's what it is too.
yeah.
This is why I don't carry cash.
Sorry.
How rude. You don't have your phone on silent?
My bad.
It's like every time I get off of work, before I get on the freeway ramp, I see like a homeless guy.
Right by the freeway, right?
Yeah. And then I see a guy who's selling like toys and flowers and stuff. And my logic is, there's this man who's trying to like make money selling this. I'm going to give him money, but I don't give the homeless money. Is that weird? Because my logic is like, oh, he's trying to work for, I don't want to say work for money, but he's trying to make a living. Like he's trying to do something.
Yeah.
Putting in effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that that's not weird.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's your money too. It's your choice. But then it's like, I do get where you're coming from. It's like, why would I give money to this guy who's literally just begging versus this guy who's probably trying to sell this not even for himself, you know, for his family or whatever.
Yeah, for me, I'm like always inclined to give people money who are actually trying to like sell something or like trying to hustle. Like they're trying to do something. Instead of people just asking for money without doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a sign, just be like, hey, you know, can I have $1? Or like, whatever.
Side note, have people ever gone up to you at the gas station and ask you to give them money? I've had this one car, I was filling up my gas, and then this one car literally was like parked, and they saw me come up, they started up the car, drove up, hey, can I have some gas money? I'm like, what the hell? Like, you drove over here. Like, what do you mean? Like, don't you see my car? I gotta pay for like $150 in my car.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
you know how you avoid that? You go Costco.
Yeah. You know what? My membership expired, so I gotta renew that.
For sure.
you guys ever hear that story of this Asian man who would drop his grandma off or his mom off on the road side of the road? And then, I think this was around either here or in NorCal, right?
It was here. There's one in Irvine.
Oh yeah, it was Irvine.
I thought it was a lady that does it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a guy that would drop his mother off at the somewhere to start begging for money, and then later on he would come pick her up in like a regular nice car.
To me, I think that's crazy. Why put your mom into something like that in the sudden fucking weather just to ask for money? I think that's just...
Well, that's how you get more money.
Yeah.
That's how you get sympathy.
He's using her old age to his advantage.
Remember all the times working at Bowling Point? That family that would just walk in asking for money?
Yeah.
Really?
With the cart, baby cart.
Yeah. I do.
All the time.
Oh, like outside, but they didn't come in.
No, they came in.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, they
asking
came in
for
all
money.
Oh, what the
Crazy,
heck?
huh?
I don't think I've ever seen them before.
I've seen them a
I've
good
seen
amount
A
of
few
times.
times. Yeah.
Andrew kicked them out.
I kicked them out.
Yeah, he did like a.
I mean, you have to.
Like that.
You have to kick them out. It's like you can't come in here into a business and start begging everyone for money.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
it's
Crazy, huh?
Well, as a business, you have to.
That makes sense.
It's like your customers didn't come in and sign up for this.
Right.
But then like you go to like them Asian ones, right? Like Wang Niao. And you'll see like an older lady selling roses. Is that kind of the same thing?
So that's a little bit
Different
because I think that's like a common practice in Vietnam.
True.
I mean, if I was a business owner, I'd kick them out every single time.
For sure.
Even the one selling roses.
Like, I know it seems kind of bad, but I'll kick them out every single time. No questions. Like,
Sorry.
Maybe it seems kind of heartless, but
It's not.
it's like,
hard.
dude, it's your business.
Yeah,
Your
of course.
customers didn't come in here to sign up for this to spend more money, and you have no right to be in here.
Yeah.
And if you want to do good for the like, I could kick them out, but if I want to do good in the world, I could do other things. But you can't come into my place and start asking my customers for money, right? And that's
you're not.
just me.
You're not wrong for saying that. But the way you said it, I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. My bad.
No. But you're not wrong.
What do you mean?
You're not
What do you
wrong.
mean?
No, it's just the way you said it.
What did I say that was bad?
It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I get what you're saying, and you, like I said, you're not wrong for that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree with you.
I remember the first time I experienced that. I went to a pho restaurant with my dad, and this guy just came around. He had a bunch of pens, and the pens had like writing on it that said like, "Oh, please donate money, this and that." And my dad would just tell me,
"Don't touch it."
Like as a kid, right? Yeah. As a kid, I'm just like, "Oh, like why don't we help him out? Like give him some money." My dad just like, "Don't touch it. Like don't talk to him. Don't do anything.
Don't look at him."
Yeah, and then he'll just come around, put it on the table, walk around, make his round, and then come back around and pick up the pen again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was my first time experiencing that. So now I know it's like it felt like it was like super common for that to happen, for my dad to just be like, oh, just ignore him, like don't talk to him.
He was probably like used to it from being in Vietnam, huh?
Yeah,
For sure.
So why do you think racism is still a thing?
You said what?
I think racism always is going to be a thing.
I agree.
It'll never go
It's
away.
unfortunate. I do think it's always going to be around.
Yeah.
I think it's in human nature to have someone, you wanting your own tribe to be the dominant tribe. And I feel like with color and stuff, I do think people feel a sense of identity with it. So, like I said, like every tribe or every clique, like Asians, white, will always try to be the dominant race. I don't
Competitive in nature.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Competition.
I think it's a human, like,
As a norm?
human characteristic to have, to want to be the best.
And I think that also goes into survival of the fittest,
Fittest.
I
right?
agree. Yeah.
The more power you have, it's like, why do we go to wars, right? And a lot of the times, maybe one country, one race, maybe a little bit scared of the fact that something can happen and they have the power to take you over. So because they have that power,
Mhm.
you want to prevent that because you want to protect your people, right?
Of course.
And a lot of the times, I don't think that when this racism happens, it's out of evil. It's because they believe in their values, right? Their country has their own values,
Yeah.
or their race has their own values, and they're protecting that. But when someone comes in and takes that value away from them, then they're going to fight for what they think is right.
Mhm.
I think throughout history, that's usually how it's been, because people are always fighting for what they believe in and what they want.
Yeah. I think media and like propaganda definitely plays a big role in racism too, and how it is today. For like obviously there's stigmas on like every single race, right? But where does that come from? It comes from people spreading rumors, people playing it up big in the media, and then like people who watch media, that's all they see, and then they had never actually met a person of that race or anything, so that's what they just associate that person with whatever it was on the media.
Yeah, no, I agree. Media plays a big role in it.
I can see it. What
So where do you guys think Ling Ling came from?
Ling Ling?
Yeah.
do you mean Ling Ling?
Don't they call it Ling Ling?
Yeah.
Is it a Chinese name? Like Ling?
I mean, yeah, it could be a Chinese name. Like Ling could be Chinese name.
I think that is an actual name.
Yeah, like Ching is a Chinese name. Like all those, but I think
Jane.
I think it comes from. I want to be. I don't know if I'm right with this, but I think it comes from like Americans, or actually no, it could be Europe. But like I think it's just when a lot of like people from Asia migrated over
Mhm.
to more Western countries, and freaking people are just racist, and they go like they do the wide eye, calling them ching chongs and all like that. And that Ling Ling probably stemmed from that.
What about Ching Chongs?
Ching chong, like that's literally their name.
Ching Chong?
Like in Chinese, there's like QING or like QONG, so it's like ching chong, like that's their actual name.
Damn.
So then they say like, and I think a lot of words just kind of sound like that. So then of course, like you being uneducated about their culture and language, you're just like ching chong, ching chong, ching chong. Is that funny? I don't know.
You know what? I don't know, so I can't speak on that. But it sounds right to me.
Do you have a Chinese name?
Do I have one? Yeah, I do.
What is it?
I want to say it.
Oh man.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, side note, I saw this one TikTok. It's freaking wild. So they were like, you know how much better the world would be if we had a school strictly for colored people, Hispanics, Asians, blacks. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, that's just segregation.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you got the right idea. Like, you got a good heart, but the wrong idea, you know?
He tried. Have you guys gone through any racism?
Yeah. I've been in a couple of situations like that.
Like what? Like
I
when?
wouldn't. Yeah. For me, I wouldn't say racism, but discriminated. I feel like I was.
Do you mind sharing?
Discriminate.
Yeah.
Okay, I could share my stories.
Yeah. You go first, though.
Well, there was one time that, and this one just comes to mind, and it was two separate people on the same day within the same
Damn,
hour.
that's a lot.
That's crazy, right?
Within the what?
That's
Same
tough.
hour?
Same hour.
Damn.
Do you want
So-
to share where were you?
I was in Palm Springs, actually.
Mm.
Palm Springs, California, right?
Okay.
So I was over there, and this was in the midst of COVID. Not sure if it was in the middle or in the beginnings of COVID, but it was during the time where you couldn't find toilet paper, you couldn't find a bottle
damn.
of water. So I'm assuming closer towards the beginning of COVID.
Mhm.
So I was in Palm Springs, and I went to the grocery store, and I don't know exactly what we were looking for, but my mom asked if I could buy like toilet paper, maybe some bottled waters, the crates of bottled water.
Yeah.
So I was at the grocery store. I forgot which one it was, but I was walking around, and then this man in the shop, he was just pushing his shopping cart, and I was walking by. It was just us kind of walking past each other, and he was like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean?" And then he's just started like, "Oh, I just thought you were like sick or something." He started like coughing and stuff. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
What
"The fuck are you talking about?" Yeah, I'm probably better than you, bro.
Mhm.
A lot more healthier than you. And that was the first interaction, right? And then after that, I was like, whatever, dropped it. We continued to shop, and then we bought whatever we needed. And the person I was with, we bought bottled waters, and it was for two separate families, right? So I wanted some bottled waters, cases of bottled waters, and then she also wanted some cases of bottled water for her family. And we had the same shopping cart, but we bought a few cases. And once we got to the register, the fucking cashier was so fucking racist. Because of course, like if you're only buying bottled water, you have like maybe 6 items, right?
Uh-huh.
And maybe she got 3, I got 3, and we put the separator, and it's fine. You're using the same shopping cart just to save space because you've gone together. But we have 2 separate transactions, and once I got to the front, she was like, "You have to go to the back of the line." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I waited in line." And she literally got up into my face. For example, like pretend you're me, and she
Okay.
got up like this close.
Uh-huh.
What
Right.
but
Like she was like,
having yours
yeah.
the thing is in between you? Or did she walk around it?
Because you know how you pay, right?
Yeah.
And then the screen, like she's behind the counter.
Okay,
And
so
then
the
she
counter's there.
literally like looked straight towards my face. And I was like, "Get to the back of the line." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I literally waited in line just as much as everyone else did. And I'm
Mhm.
only buying waters. And it's a separate transaction. What's the problem?" And she was like, "I don't care. Get to the back of the line." And then in my head, I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with this lady?" And then I just left it. I was like, "You know what? I don't want it anymore. Fuck it." And then I just left.
Damn, Palm Springs, really?
Mm-mm.
That was the
is
midst of
crazy.
COVID,
That's
right when it started. But
crazy.
Huh.
that's crazy how 2 interactions happened within
same
that
spot.
span of an hour.
Yeah.
Were they like older?
They're older, for sure older.
Mm.
Interesting.
That makes me mad. Like just hearing that.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely wasn't a nice thing to go through, but fuck it, whatever. I don't care.
I guess you handled it nicely.
Am I
Yeah, but-
wrong to want to like handle that with violence? Because if that was a guy, I might throw a swing.
That's what I'm saying. He handled it so nicely.
But it was a chick.
But even with the chick, like exchange of words, maybe.
Low key, sometimes I want to chin check, just like
Some people need to be checked for sure. But
Yeah,
I think at the end of the day, like it makes you look worse.
it does. But sometimes, like in the moment, it'll make me.
Like,
feel
you just want to
good.
fuck them up.
No, I get that. Like, I don't think it's wrong to think like that. Like,
Mhm.
like some people need it, you know.
Sometimes I wish I didn't think about the law and shit, because I would chin check a lot of people. I promise.
A
you
lot
I
of
would.
people.
A lot of.
Well, like that one guy who
people.
stepped on your bike
Oh
tire.
my god,
What?
dude, that guy pissed me off. I was like, I just let that shit go. I was like, oh, it's not worth it. This fucking old ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So like all our bikes are like posted up on like this bench, right?
Mhm.
And they're like all like stacked against each other. And this motherfucker puts up his shoe to try to tie his shoe, but
On the
like
bike.
he like fucking like kicked our tire, like he hit our tire and went off to the side to the bench to tie his shoe. And I'm like, I don't even know what I said to him. I was like, yo, like our bike is there. And he just ignored me.
Yeah.
And then he just tied his shoe. And then I was like, yo, you're not going to say anything? And then like, he just tied his shoe and just act like nothing happened. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
that was pretty weird of him.
Yeah,
to do that.
I was like, whatever. I'm just going to let that shit go.
Yeah.
But like, sometimes I feel like Asian people let shit go and like people
We
think
do.
it's okay. But at the
Mhm.
same time, I'm like, fuck, is it worth it to like catch a case and
Mhm.
stuff? And like, what if I was younger, I would for sure.
Mhm.
But now that I'm older, I'm like,
Yeah, when
I
you're
got like
older,
shit. I am, you know.
It's different because, I mean, of course I can, right?
Mhm.
Of course you could come in with violence, but what are the repercussions of that?
That's what I'm saying.
If they're
yeah.
older, you hit someone, who are they gonna believe, right? And
Yeah.
especially maybe in a town like that.
Uh-huh.
What if it just escalates
Yeah.
and then everyone starts taking their side and it's just I mainly want to go through things and through life with respect. And if they're not going to show me respect, I don't have to show them respect back, but it doesn't mean I have to use violence to get accomplish what,
Mhm.
right? It's not going to change that. There's still going to be racist, but there's no accomplishment. There's no need for me to do that. If they threw hands, then of course I could throw hands back, but
Mhm.
I'm not going to be the one to start it.
Yeah, but I always think like, I just feel like when it comes to Asian people, like I said, we let shit go, and I feel like people who like press us, like they think it's okay because like we let shit go. They're all like, oh,
Yeah.
Asians are cool to punk because they're not gonna say shit. So in my head, I'm always like contemplating, like, fuck, should I just like,
Fuck shit.
should I be the one person to set this person straight for the rest of his life, or like, is it worth it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because then, I don't know. I feel like things are getting better, but then
Moments happen.
there's moments where I'm like, fuck, should I swing? Is it worth it? That shit always goes through my head. I'm like, fuck.
Have you ever back in the day
Yes.
because
Yeah.
of some racism?
In high school and shit, but like not after high school. In college, I press people, but it's not like I've never like actually threw hands. But in high school, yeah, for sure.
Damn.
I feel like it's the hormones though in high school. For sure, the hormones.
So what were they saying to you in high school?
Mostly in high school, it was a lot of like, it's just race wars. Like I feel like my high school, like we didn't fuck with Mexicans a lot, and Mexicans like also pressed a lot of Asians people and stuff and shit. Like they just make like comments and stuff. Like they call us like chinito and chinks and stuff. But I feel like after a while, like you get to know Mexicans, like Chino isn't always a bad name. And I feel like after a while, it's
Yeah.
kind of like an endearment name once you get to know them and shit. But like, once again, you can't call me like a Chino if you don't know me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's crazy
What's a
because
Chino?
Chino just means Chinese.
Oh.
They call all Asian Chinese. so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's crazy. What?
I was gonna say that's crazy because we were in the same school district, but the middle schools and high schools that I went to, my best friends were Hispanic.
Mm.
I grew up with a lot of Hispanics, and then for a lot of my elementary school and middle school,
Mhm.
all my friends were Hispanic, and we got along well. It was cool. It was great.
Well, I think Andrew might have grown or when he was going to high school, maybe it was like a lot of like gangs. And
I think since I'm a little older, the generation is a little bit different. I feel like our generation was a little more angsty.
Mhm.
I guess it is racism, but definitely a lot of like cultural like racism difference. Like mostly, okay, the high school I went to, it was mostly Asians against Mexicans.
Mm.
There wasn't a lot of blacks. White people really didn't get into much shit, but predominantly it was Asians and Mexicans that kind of had beef.
Interesting.
And it was rare that like you fucked with a Mexican dude and a Mexican dude actually fucked with you if you're Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But this is kind of how it goes.
That's crazy.
Oh. Does anyone else have any racist situations that happened to them?
I don't want to really say racism, but like it was me, my 2 other girlfriends on the plane, right? And then you know how like a lot of people like to get up when we just land to like grab their shit and go. And so like I'm about to get up, and then like these 2 older people came behind me. There's no space to go, by the way, and like they like pushed me, and I fell into someone's lap so they could like go ahead of me. And then like at the end of it, when we got off to go get our like luggage, guess who was the one to help the old man? Me! Without even fucking realizing who the fuck it was after. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have helped him, but you see how life happens?
Yeah.
Crazy, huh? But I do see like some, I don't want to say some racism now within people, but it's like a couple years ago, right? It was like late. We're in LA. Me, my friend was driving. It was like her and her boyfriend, right? And there was like this homeless guy on the ramp at the light.
Mm-hmm.
And like my friend and the boyfriend, they're freaking out. And he's the homeless guy, right, is also black. And they're freaking out. They're like, hurry, hurry, hurry. Lock the door. Put the windows up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the back like.
Was he like walking towards the car?
Yeah. But of course, it's normal because they're just asking for something, right? But for me to like see them be like, hurry, lock the door, like the windows up. To me, I'm like, you're doing too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And then to me, I like that kind of made me frustrated because I'm like, what if that homeless person sees or feels what you're doing, and to them they're like,
you made them feel
no
like,
harm. Like I'm just seeing if I could get a penny or two. And now like seeing them do it, they feel a certain way.
Like less than human.
Yeah. Like I would feel fucking shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Just for like trying to survive too.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah, I think it's doing a little bit too much.
Right?
But at the same time, in LA, I probably wouldn't have my doors unlocked and windows down in the first place.
But your car is freaking new enough for it to be locked already. Automatic.
Oh, that is very true. Yeah. Oh, this was like an older car?
No, this
no
is new.
AC?
This is with AC.
Oh.
Is your car automatic?
Yeah, when I put it in drive, it locks.
Have you been into any racism stuff?
Honestly, I'm pretty fortunate to not have anything happen to me as of yet. Yeah.
That's good.
I'm wondering if I have other situations, but nothing that I could really think of.
Nothing that sticks out like
those two were bad.
Yeah.
Those two were really bad.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like if you grew up in the OC and you're Asian, I feel like
not much.
Yeah, it's not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to Asians growing up in like middle America, I feel like they got it hard.
Yeah.
Crazy because you know how I work in South Central, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked into this guy the other day and he was from OKC.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's crazy because OKC, everyone loves each other, whites, Asians, black, Mexicans, like everyone's dating each other.
Yeah.
And then him moving to LA, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you don't see that. Or like, it's like Mexicans and blacks versus each other. Like, there's no mix. And he's like, it's so crazy because back home, everyone's cool with each other. And here, it's like people don't fucking like fuck with each other like that or respect each other. So
I see that. I do feel like California's a little cliquey. Like I feel
Mhm.
like if you're Asians, you mainly live in Asian areas. If
Mhm.
you're Mexican, you mainly live in Mexican. Like I feel like if I say the city, you can tell what's the demographic in that city.
Yeah.
Like Santa Ana,
Yeah.
Mexicans. Like, you know, like Westminster, Garden Grove. Westminster for sure, Vit or Asians. Garden Grove is like maybe a little bit like Vietnamese, but mostly Mexicans, I guess.
I would say a lot of Koreans too. No,
That's like Buena Park.
That's just that one like
true.
area, which is like
I'm not thinking
very
about deep Garden Grove.
Yeah. Buena Park is Korean. Like I feel like you name a city, you can tell the demographic
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about Costa Mesa?
Michang.
Full
Yeah.
on.
Caucasian.
I feel like Michang, but like richer Asians or like richer like
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Fountain Valley?
Mount Valley's Vit. I would say Vit and
Vit has
older
that.
Vietnamese.
No.
I mean
Caucasian.
older Michang. Old.
Yeah. I would say
I feel
so.
like Fountain Valley is an old city, but I feel like Vits are taking over that area.
Yeah.
You know, they said like Westminster or like La Quinta area. It used to be white only,
oh,
I don't
for
see,
sure.
I don't see
right?
no whites
And
in that
then
area.
now it's Asian.
Yeah.
So do you think like eventually it's gonna be like a different group of people?
No,
Do you know
No.
what I mean?
I actually don't.
Do you think we'll be
so.
here forever?
Yes. Well, maybe not forever, but like I think we're so strong and like in this area, and they're actually making law. I want to say like laws and stuff in at least like Little Saigon to help
Mhm.
out like local businesses. They're building more cultural like stuff around the area. Like they're gonna build a bridge on Bosa.
Yeah.
Like
Full tall.
yeah, around
Yeah,
that
yeah.
area. You know how like in other cities in Chinatown they got like the arch and stuff? They're gonna
Uh-huh.
build something like that
Oh,
Yeah, they're
cool.
gonna
around that
build an
area.
arch.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna redo the whole street apparently.
Dang.
There's gonna be a lot of
Damn.
traffic.
Yeah.
But
Now it's
There's
bad.
already
It's
traffic.
bad
Yeah.
already.
It's bad already.
Hella traffic in that
Now it's gonna be
fucking area.
worse. But then
God
it's
damn.
better for the community in the long run,
Okay.
right? So they're actually helping a lot of local businesses get like
Yeah.
grants
yep.
from the government
Uh-huh.
to be like, hey, use this money to renovate your business, do whatever you want
Yeah.
with it.
That's great.
And it's only for like Asian, not I want to say only Asian owned business, but most of them are Asian owned anyways.
Mm.
So as anyone along that street, they're just gonna get a bunch of like benefits in the near future.
And one of the things I did read about this is they're building this arch to kind of make Phúc Lạc Ta, the Asian Garden Mall, a landmark of what Little Saigon is.
That's
and
great,
with the
yeah.
coming Olympics, it's actually going to happen in
Mhm.
Los Angeles. So in California.
When?
So
When's the Olympics?
Probably a while from now.
2020.
I think it's 2028. Yeah.
I think
Something
2024
like
is in somewhere else.
Japan.
Yeah, I think it's in Tokyo.
Again?
Or did that one already pass?
Again?
No, that one already passed. But whatever it's gonna be, and then it's gonna come to LA.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But
Hey man, buy a
Asian
home.
Garden
It's
Mall.
gonna appreciate like crazy by then.
yeah. But definitely with social media popping off,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we're becoming a place that people want to come visit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Especially
That's
Orange
great.
County.
Yeah,
And
For sure.
if you're already coming to Orange County just to see like Santa Monica and like Laguna Beach and like
Yeah.
Newport,
Monica's
Huntington.
not-
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
no, I
Okay.
forgot.
My bad, I didn't put that.
But I sit in, you know, SoCal,
SoCal,
right?
SoCal.
Los Angeles. People come to Los Angeles. It's like the place to be.
Let's go down to
So-
Little Saigon. Get some
Yeah.
Viet food, you know? It's a place to go.
Hey,
for
let me
Viet
ask
food.
you though. I mean, we're all Vid, so like Los Saigon's like kind of home to us. We don't really feel racism there. Do you think like other cultures that come into that area feel some type of way when they
No.
go into Vid
No.
restaurants and shit?
I think like they appreciate it,
You
or they
think-
like be like, "Oh shit, like you like my shit," or like you could eat this. Or
Oh, you think Vid people embrace that shit?
hmm
They're like, yeah.
I
come through.
think a lot of us now
Uh-huh.
or them do. I
Yeah.
don't think it's so much of like, "Oh, you're this race." Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I think they kind of embrace it more now.
Okay.
I think it's half.
You think so?
I think
Yeah.
with the older generation, they're definitely a little bit racist.
Yeah.
And maybe if you go to a restaurant, and I get what you're saying, but what if, hear me out on this, there's a few servers, but they send the person that's more willing to talk to this person, right?
Okay.
You go to a restaurant, you go like whatever, they don't speak Viet. Or I mean the person speaks Viet, but would
The customer.
I feel like
doesn't.
someone might not want to go serve that table. So they'll send someone else to go to that table, maybe someone younger, right? But in the back of their head, if this person walks in, they're going to be kind of surprised, right? In a way. And maybe they won't do anything about that, but they're going to have it in the back of their head for sure.
Yeah.
Agreed?
True.
No?
I would agree.
I think a lot of parents are little bit of racist.
Yeah, and I think it's
agree.
just playing off like stereotypes you have with like certain races because when I worked at a restaurant, I definitely had that between like specific Asians too. It's not just with like other races. It's like, oh, you're this specific Asian, you're gonna act this way.
Say
If
the
you're
Asian.
I'm just kidding. Chinese, right?
I
Let's say like Chinese.
I was
right?
already thinking
I already
that.
thought about that shit.
Because we
I already
primarily
thought about that shit.
have like Chinese, Taiwanese customers, right? But when like Vietnamese people come in, even then I'm like, I know you're gonna act a certain way.
For real.
So like I know how to act around you guys, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of like you play along to like kind of serve them better, I guess. But it's like I don't know. I don't think is that racism because like I kind of know like their cultural background, so I kind of understand like the reason they're doing this is not to be mean to me. It's just like it's just how they
It's
talk.
just how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's being more understanding of how they are instead of assuming how they are. I don't know.
Like the funny thing is like, you know how like people talk about how Vietnamese sounds in like a foreign ear. Like Tim would be like, why the fuck are you guys yelling at each other? Or like, why are you guys like, I'll be in one room, right? My bedroom. My mom's in the kitchen and I'm talking normal like this and she could hear me. And he's like, what the fuck? Or like, you know, one word in English is like 3 words in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
He's like, what the shit is that?
Vietnamese is definitely a hard language for sure.
Vietnamese is very hard.
Very, very hard.
Definitely for
Vietnamese,
Andrew.
Oh, dude, it's so hard.
Well,
for me.
you know what's crazy? My old employee, she told me that too because she lived with Vietnamese people and she's like, dude, it sounds like they're freaking like yelling at each other, but they're just talking. I was like, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. But then she also said like, but they're like one of the nicest people I ever met. Like they're always so welcoming. They always like offer me food and like stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like the Asian culture, right? To kind of take care of your neighbors.
Yeah. Definitely. We're awesome, huh?
We're awesome.
That's why we're better than everybody else.
Go Vietnam. Vietnam number 1.
Vietnam number 1.
Okay, I have one more question, okay?
Okay.
Would you step in if you witness any racism activity? Like
what?
Like, for example, a stranger, right, is going like Asian, like an older lady or
for sure.
like what would you guys do?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like I'm more inclined if they're older. Where
But if they were younger, you wouldn't?
I kind of like sit back. I'll see how it's going.
Well, it depends, right? Because like, what if somebody's yelling at me and they're saying all this racist stuff, and then I don't have a reaction because I don't really care, right? And then if somebody steps in, I'll be like, dude, you're just
doing
making
too
him
much.
more mad. Like, can you just leave it alone? Like, I would have to gauge the situation.
Yeah.
But if it's an older person that they can't really defend themselves, especially if they don't really speak English, I'll be like, dude, just like fuck off, you know, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, you feel like a man right now, like you know,
But what if it's like a female? What do you say to them?
I'd be like, fuck off. Like, does this make you feel like a better person?
No, man, I don't want to say it. It's rated R. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. There. This might be off topic, but there's this one streamer. I forgot his name. Is it like Johnny Somali or something? Or
Johnny Sins?
No. He's. I don't. Fuck. Where's he from? No, he is from America, but he's like this black kid that he's like an IRL streamer, and he went to Japan, and like he was like saying some wild shit in the subways and stuff. He was like going up to like random Japanese people saying like, oh, like Nagasaki, like that was like, you guys deserve that shit, like don't fuck with us and stuff. Yeah. So like there was this one Asian dude that checked him, but he wasn't even from Japan. He was like from Canada. He's like, oh, you feel better about yourself?
Hey, Canadians,
like,
eh?
Yeah, or some shit. He's like, why are you doing that stuff? And then he was just like, he's He's like, yo, like chill. You're not part of this and stuff and yada yada. And then Japan, I'm actually surprised. Like a lot of Japanese people checked him.
Oh.
Like random people came up and like, just like fucking like sucker punched him and shit and like choked him and threw him to the ground and stuff. And he was like getting checked in Japan. So he left Japan. And but the craziest thing is when he left Japan, he started like saying wild shit about Japan again. I think he's in Thailand right now.
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh.
he's like, like fuck Japan, yada yada. But like, isn't that shit wild?
That's
yeah.
fucking wild.
And that's one case where I think I would just fucking swing on someone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
because like disrespect once again, like that's just like a whole nother level of disrespect. But he got checked by a lot of people, even like non-Japanese people. There's this one like fuck, what was he? He was like a Marine or something. And he's a white dude. And he checked him in Thailand. He was in Thailand. He's like, yo, aren't you like blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
And then he's all like, no, I'm not him. And he's like, no, my wife's Japanese. I know you're him. He's like, why are you saying that shit and stuff? And he's a buff ass white dude. Yeah. He's all like, yo, like watch your fucking mouth. Like my wife's like Japanese. Like Japanese people are the nicest people. Like don't be going and saying that shit. And he's like, oh, my bad and stuff. So I'm glad he's like getting checked and shit, but that's just
I don't
wild.
understand those people.
Yeah.
It's clout
It's like-
chasing.
It is clout chasing.
You can say
for
as
sure.
much, but when shit gets real, you're fucking scared.
I mean, that's just yeah. But I would like there's like a few like sucker punches and people like choked him out and stuff. And, but I would have loved to see someone like just chin check him. Just a fucking just like a quick pop, like jab. Like shit like that. Like people like that deserve it. Because I feel like people like that need that.
But it sounds like he didn't even learn his lesson after getting checked
Didn't it?
Of course not. Yeah.
multiple times. So what do you do at that point? You know?
That's true.
You get checked the rest of your life.
Keep getting checked. Yeah,
Unless you get banned from
Yeah.
fucking Japan and
Darwin.
It
stuff.
has to be like on site. Like if you go in Japan and like if I was Japanese and I saw him, it's on site. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's good. This is great.
That's
That was a little
crazy.
side tangent.
No, I think that was good.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that people are out there just
I'm glad
Doing
because
that.
like Japanese people aren't the type to do that. Which
no, I meant like the guy himself, right?
Yeah.
It's like
for
that's
sure.
crazy to think that.
He was just going up to random salarymen. Like they're just sitting on the subway and he's just fucking going up and like saying some wild shit to them. Because like his stream told him to do it. I'm like, come on, man.
That's fucked up.
Oh, so he has a following of people that are
A
encouraging
little bit.
it?
He was there for I think like he got brought out for like creator clash or some shit. Or like it was like some event. And then I think he got banned from that streaming site after that. And then he's on another streaming site now.
Who the fuck is watching this guy?
I don't know. I think it's people who want to see his downfall or people who are just like want to see him. There's people,
I think
just
it's a lot of
trolls out
kids,
there.
too.
Yeah, they're like, let's see you do some wild shit,
Yeah.
you know? But
That's so degenerate.
I
Mhm.
know.
Very degenerate.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I
anything
would.
else, guys?
I probably would definitely say something or do something. I don't know about fighting, but I'll probably be like, "Yo, you need to fucking chill."
For sure.
I think to piggyback on that question, like Kenny said, it really depends on the situation. It also depends on how helpless that person is, right?
Mm.
And if it's an old person, and you, depending on the situation, of course, if this person is getting more violent or like being more physical, then of course you're gonna step in. But if it's nothing crazy, then you wouldn't really do anything. But I think helplessness kind of goes into that too. If it's
Yeah.
a kid, if it's a older person, but if someone's being racist to someone just jacked as fuck, and it's not my place. But if it's like 5-on-1, then it's like, okay, maybe I'll jump in, just help you out. But I think that plays into how not helpless. Maybe that's not the right word, right?
There's a special place in hell for you if you're going out there and picking fights with a kid and you're a grown man. Like,
Yeah.
Kid or older person.
yeah, I guess an older person too is like, but a kid, especially because like, I feel like kids are so like innocent. It's like, dude, why are you
Not all kids though.
On another
Not
note,
all
some
kids,
kids
but-
are fucking ruthless. Like, some kids be
They-
saying
they
some
really
wild ass
are.
shit. I'm
Like
all
that kid you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Okay.
you watch your fucking mouth, bro. You lucky you're not. 21.
I guess I'm thinking about the good kids. I don't
The
know.
good kids out
feel you.
there.
Yeah. You play some Call of Duty or you
Yeah.
play some fucking
Piano.
I feel like Valorant already like kind of toxic, right? Or nah?
There are some very
Yeah.
toxic
Right?
people.
That's what I'm saying.
you know.
Like, and these kids are probably like 16, 17 saying the wildest shit trying to get a reaction.
Funny story. We're talking about this off topic, but yesterday I went to a concert. Right? You know, Sexy Red, the girl.
Okay.
No.
No.
What are her lyrics? Something. My booty hole brown. Da, 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 like that song. Y'all know.
Okay.
No.
Anyways, it's kind of like a sexual song, whatever. Looking for my hoochie daddies in Miami. Y'all
no.
seen this?
You just
But anyways,
just go.
we're going to the we're
I'm
at the
gonna
concert and like
keep
there's
my
like
answer
kids
to
at
no.
these concerts
Uh-huh.
and I don't know 16, 15, 17, 18 singing these songs. I'm like, damn. These girls out here singing, you know, this song about booty hole brown, looking for
Oh.
hoochie daddies. I'm like, damn, like I'm too old for this shit.
Damn.
But when you were that age,
I was gonna say
like, you know, you didn't really care about what you sang about.
But then like songs back then,
nah.
I wasn't singing about no fucking booty hole brown and shit.
I feel like back then, like you probably were, but you didn't know.
Like Fetty Wap, that ain't no booty brown stuff.
Fetty Wap said some wild shit too.
Like
though.
what?
I don't
But-
know Fetty Wap lyrics off the top of my
Is-
head, but I'm sure.
Is this better or worse than a lot of like the gang stuff that's
be
very
doing?
prevalent in music? Like, would you rather have
Oh, like booty hole or gang?
like would you rather have kids sing about booty hole or gangs? Cause I think booty hole is funny. Like,
I think it's too early to tell. I feel like maybe a little more statistics, like how this music plays into their future.
their life.
Yeah, compared
Mm-hmm.
to back then. But this might have an even more negative effect. You know, they may not be joining gangs, but they may be like
Looking
No.
at each other's booty holes and
Showing
shit.
each other. Chlamydia
Like-
might be
like
going
they
up,
already aren't, huh?
Fucking yeast infections going.
Oh my
wild
god, no, I hope not. But
But who is this Red Lips? Red
Sexy Red, like she's a
Sexy
new
Red.
You don't know
artist.
Pink Lips?
Oh,
She
shit.
is
I don't
signed.
pick lips.
Travis Scott just signed her.
Oh,
Got a label. Hey, what do you
Um,
guys think about Travis Scott's new album? Yes or not?
I haven't listened to the whole thing. Some songs are pretty lit. It's
Uh-huh.
different, but it's not
I don't
like
think it's different. I think it's very Travis. Very Travis. Half that bitch is auto-tuned, bro.
I don't know.
More
Like
than
I
half.
listened to one song and it gave me like Kendrick Lamar vibes, or like, and then
Ah.
another song it gave me like Kanye West vibes.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I have to listen to the whole thing. I haven't listened to the. Yeah,
Got it.
I love the auto tune. Is it him when he like fell with the mic?
yes,
And he's
that
like,
was
oh,
him.
it's like an auto tune.
Yeah, that was him. That was funny.
So funny, dude.
You guys excited for Drake's new album? 2 weeks?
He has a new album?
Yes,
It's
he's
coming
gonna-
out.
Yeah, it's coming out.
I'm trying to go to his concert.
I feel like Drake's washed. I'll just go ahead and say it, bro. I think he's washed. He's too old, bro.
Mm.
He's too old to be painting his nails. Like that's like
That's the culture. What can you say?
but
I
you
think
you can't be fucking like 38 be painting your nails. Like you're a grown man, bro. Like don't look at your nail. You're not 38.
But he's also Drake.
She's close.
He is
So
also
I'll,
Drake.
I'll let him do whatever he wants.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
She said you close? Or he's yeah, you're not that far off.
What
But
about
yeah, Drake is Drake.
Post Malone? Post Malone's new
Post
album.
Malone.
Yeah.
Wait, he has a new album?
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
released
yeah, I just
yesterday.
dropped it.
Oh no, I didn't know. I don't know that, but I do like his wife. She's Asian.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true. I saw a picture.
I don't know if they're married or they're
They're
engaged.
engaged.
Hold on.
But I was like, damn.
They have a kid.
Okay.
Already?
Like pregnant?
No, already had a kid.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's cute as fuck.
She's cute though.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's very
That's
pretty.
his wife?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know her. Wait. is
How
that
you know?
her?
How you
She's
know
not
her?
on social media. I don't think.
No, she is.
Oh, she is?
Is this who? Oh, wait.
You know damn well Andrew don't know who the fuck
Oh,
that
this
is.
girl, I don't know. Who
I don't think she's on social media.
This
Asian.
girl, I
She's
know.
Asian.
I know who this girl is.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is this his wife? That's not his wife. If this is his wife, I know who this is.
But anyways, Post Malone.
Is this his wife? No, right?
I can't tell. I've seen different pictures of her.
Damn.
She looks
don't-
very more like
All
innocent
Asians look
and
alike?
like.
Yeah, she looks like
It's
very
this-
wholesome. Which is for Post Malone, he's a very wholesome guy. No, that's not her.
Asian.
That bitch was Asian.
But I just want to say one more thing before we cut this off.
What is that?
You know who Bronny is?
Yeah.
LeBron
Mhm.
James' son.
Yes.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
He was in practice today. I'm so sorry, it's off topic, but
Today?
go ahead.
oh fuck, not today. I'm sorry. Like what on Monday?
all right.
Yeah,
And he
earlier
had
this
like a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And he's only 18.
Yeah.
Is he like
Probably trains too
on
hard.
drugs or what?
That's what.
No, I'm sure I don't think he's
he's
on
not
drugs.
on like maybe like
When you have that much fame and a lot of responsibility and people expect you to be this next player, you're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna do drugs.
no. Like I'm talking about like enhancement drugs. Like what is it? PPE or like
PEDs.
yeah, PEDs or like stuff like
I
that.
don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, because he's been playing for so long. Like he's been playing since he was a kid. So I don't see
Uh-huh.
any reason for him.
No.
And he got the genes, you know.
Because
Like
I feel like as an athlete, like you do sometimes you hit a wall on like getting better.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's very hard to pass that wall. And sometimes I feel like you look for an easy way out, which is like whatever enhancements.
I agree with you,
But you don't
but
think so.
again, I don't think for him,
Uh-huh,
right?
uh-huh.
Because LeBron James is one of the most
True.
well-known,
Craziest.
well-established athletes in the world. And if you are his son, you don't need to be taking enhancements and stuff. I'm sure LeBron got there through hard work, and
Ooh.
you don't
I
you don't
think he-
agree he worked hard?
No, I don't. No. I agree. He worked hard, but to say that he doesn't take any like enhancement drugs, I think he does, bro.
But wouldn't you
He's
take?
old as fuck. There's no one like for him to be playing like how he is. Like I don't think that even if you have all the money in the world, training, recovery, I just don't think you can play at that level without some type of like.
Oh, I think he
Without
takes
drugs.
I think he takes whey protein.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But then, like, don't they do like a drug test every season?
I'm sure they do drug tests.
Yes, but I also think
It's
you can-
rigged?
No, you can get away with a lot of stuff. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that like I feel like when they do drug tests, they're testing for specific things
Or like weed or
Mm.
like
or whatever
stuff like
it
that?
is. But I think there's like same thing with UFC. There wasn't there like some shit going around. You can take like certain drugs that they don't test for, but they are considered enhancement drugs.
What, like caffeine?
No,
yeah,
no.
what do you like? You have to give examples.
I don't
you can't
know.
just
I
say
don't-
some drugs.
I don't know the names.
But I'm trying to think about like
because then like UFC every year they put a new substance on the list to be banned, right?
Not that I know.
Oh
Every year they just put drugs on the list.
no,
Like a new drug.
substance. I think they do each year. Each year it's always a few new substances
Well,
where
as
like this
more
is banned.
stuff becomes
Yeah.
more available, right?
Yeah, so like I feel like if you're early on it, you can be taking those until
Yeah.
it gets banned.
I can
Same
see
thing with
that.
the Olympics. I feel like in the Olympics it's like
You know how they drug test in the UFC?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's random as fuck. You could be doing whatever it is, and someone would show up to your door, and they're like, "Time to take a test." And it's not a scheduled time where it's like, okay, on this day you're gonna come into the office and do a drug test. It's
Yeah.
like, bam, whatever you're doing at the time. Hey, it's time to take a drug test.
Mhm.
And then I've heard stories like people do take it, of
Mhm.
course, and then it does affect your career. And there's
Mhm.
a lot of things around for someone, let's say like John Jones, right? And people thought he would be taking these things. And
Yeah.
I've heard stories where USADA would come and then they just hide, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they hide, but that's so that it doesn't tarnish their reputation and stuff like that.
Mm.
Well, like
But
they come with a cup and like, hey, you got pee in this cup?
yeah, and completely out of the blue.
I think they
Like,
have
you
to
don't even
watch
know
you
about it.
pee into it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
And
like,
I feel like that might be for NBA and other sports.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. Don't quote me on it. I
Uh-huh.
think that's usually what happens, but I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I feel like LeBron's probably one of the most accomplished athletes in the world.
I don't disagree.
and
with
he
you.
probably works harder than anyone
Once
else.
again, I don't disagree with you on that, but I still think he takes some type of enhancement.
Like, what do you mean by enhancement? Like
Well,
steroids, or are
it
we
doesn't
talking
even have
just
to
like
be. There's so many different
creatine?
types.
Well, when did Kobe retire? He stopped playing at like 40, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
But then like the last years of him playing is either he's out or he's
Oh.
like broken.
it's not up to LeBron.
Hell no.
how
Like he
is
was
on
broken.
Dominating though, like
Like he's not slamming dunk like LeBron. Like
no, dude.
Kobe, no, like you could tell his body was just
Mhm.
fucked up.
But you also have to consider the way that they train, right?
But you also have to consider, yeah, they're good, but imagine all the young kids coming in.
Uh-huh.
They're
They're
at
even
a
better.
they're at a different level. I feel like their cap is their potential to be better is far beyond LeBron's because their benchmark coming in is way higher than the ceiling that LeBron came in. Do you know what I'm saying? As in
Yeah.
they're young, they have the energy. They're doing the same training as LeBron. They have more shit to grow. Do you know what I'm saying? Where LeBron is kind of at the capacity of his body. Where these kids like they're 20, 21, 23, 24.
Wait. So what point are you trying to make again?
So it's like
They for LeBron to keep up, he has to take. In my opinion, he has to. I think
No.
he does. I think he does. Even look
Maybe
at
I'm
his hairline.
wrong.
His hairline came back and gone, back and gone. Like,
Okay.
that shit, like, I mean,
Okay.
come on, bro.
Vicky, you love basketball. What do you think? Do you think he takes enhancements or no?
Yeah.
Because I love sports.
Mhm.
It's cool, but I really don't think so, dude. Because
I mean, I don't know, but at the same time, it's like Andrew's kind of right. Like you're 40, and the way he's playing is like when he was like, I don't want to say 10 years ago, but maybe like 5 years ago, which is crazy. Like I didn't see like older. You didn't see fucking Derek Fisher fucking
okay,
slamming dunk like that, or like who
So,
else is old?
are we talking about legal enhancing drugs or non-legal for the sport?
I'm just talking about. I feel like everyone in the NBA is on some type of gear.
We just don't
Oh,
know
yeah, not
what it is.
everyone.
I think everyone.
Okay, I don't think everyone.
Why? Wait, why?
I think they're just
Why?
pushing it. No,
Why? Why do you think
because
everybody?
I think each association you're with, whatever league you are, they know what drugs that aren't being tested and they know what drugs are going to benefit them. Whether it's for recovery, whether it's for, whatever it is. I feel like majority is recovery. But
Okay, I can
there's
see
a
that,
lot there's a lot
recovery.
of shit that like is out there for recovery that maybe like the league is not onto yet or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they're not testing for that
Yes.
that substance yet, which they will eventually, and then that shit
But they're
gets
just
banned.
gonna use it now until then.
Exactly.
I get what you're
It
saying.
may not be like legal, or it may not be like
It may not be legal now because they don't know of it, but eventually
exactly.
they're gonna use it now until it's
I get
legal.
that. I
Is
get
what he's
that.
saying.
Every association, every type of like sport, I think there is they're taking some type of substance for recovery, for whatever, like
even baseball.
energy, for sure. Baseball, 1000% baseball.
I get what you're saying, but I'm also thinking about what if you're in the league and
Uh-huh.
you're like still bad, and like
I mean,
why are you taking
You on the bench.
Well, because
Yeah,
the
but, like,
potential.
that's not
a lot-
everybody,
no,
right?
there's a lot of people that are on the bench, and then like
They play one game.
5-6
and then
years
boom.
later, they fucking pop off.
Oh,
To be honest,
okay.
they only need one game.
Exactly.
They hit
yeah.
that one game. They do
Uh-huh.
well.
and then they get the fans.
You're
behind them.
still
You slowly
you're
get
going
put
to
on
get
the
there.
roster. Yeah.
Mm.
Shout out to
The white boy.
Caruso. Is that no? Is it? It is Caruso, right?
Caruso
For
on the
Washington?
Lakers.
No, on the Lakers. Oh, he got traded though.
Yeah, to Washington.
Uh huh.
You're talking about him?
Yeah, he was like a kind of nobody for a little bit, but but he was fucking up in the G League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like Jordan Clarkson.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
there
me
you
too. I
go.
like
there you
him.
go.
Yeah.
But
I don't know
Jeremy
any of these
Lin.
players. Jeremy
Yeah.
Lin.
he
Jeremy
fucking-
Lin.
he
Low-key,
fucking shit out in China. I'm not
His
gonna lie.
story kind of made me sad when no one wanted to sign him anymore.
Oh.
Oh, like
And then like
pretty
he was
recently?
crying about it. Did you guys see?
Like after he was in the
Why do you say it
NBA,
like that?
like no one wanted to sign him after.
No one wanted to
is he
sign him
in
anymore.
Asia now?
Yeah, he's playing
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Asian.
But then
I
like,
think.
with the NBA, no one signed him and then he actually cried about it. Like I think he made a video or something. I don't know.
Oh.
But that shit was so sad.
But I also think it's his play style that's not like
NBA.
it's not.
American.
Yeah. It's not like dominant in America right now. Or
But I mean, those first few years, dang.
yeah.
Insanity.
He
I have his
definitely-
jersey.
That's good days,
Yeah,
huh?
For sure.
We were like Asia.
What are the other Asian NBA beside Yao Ming? I think there's one more, right?
I know like multiple
there's some
mixed
new-
ones.
There's some new
There's
ones.
mixed.
Like
coming
there's
up.
this guy from he just signed to the Lakers.
He's
a
half, right?
Yeah.
Japanese and black.
Yeah.
I think-
Jordan Clarkson's Filipino and black.
Oh.
Oh, there's this one other one. His name's like Yu something, but like I don't think a lot of people know about him. But he's like full like Chinese or something.
China?
I may have seen it.
He's kind of older. He's
But I
not. He's
don't-
not very recent.
Oh, I know someone a little younger that got signed, but I don't know who that is. Then
I don't know either.
I really should get back into watching sports, but I don't.
It's just too much time. Like with how much work. Well, at least me, right? With how much other stuff I'm doing, I don't have time to sit down and watch a whole game of basketball.
True.
You know,
You
It's
ever
like-
been to a game?
I've been to a game
That
before.
shit's
so much
as
fun.
I've been to a
so
Lakers
fun.
game. Yeah, I saw Kobe in person. To be frank,
I got to too. Thank goodness.
What one was this?
Against Toronto, he made the last shot. We won by like 2 or
Oh,
some
nice.
shit.
That was a good game then.
Yeah.
I saw a preseason game and I was like in the nosebleeds. I like barely saw him.
You played? Oh, yeah. Preseason. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe for a little bit.
And I think we lost.
I'm not gonna lie, Lakers were pretty fucking down for a good minute.
Yeah,
like they were down bad, but it's okay. Whatever's.
But
New
we
year.
got Kobe. So are we really down?
That is true. But yeah, thank you for watching us today. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 12. This is Third Space Pod. Please follow us on
All social media.
All our social media.
YouTube.
Follow us on TikTok. We're on
TikTok.
YouTube. We're on Instagram. Follow us on every single one of those. 'Cause I know
Share.
half of you guys probably just swipe through. And forget
Send
about it.
questions.
Oh,
Because we love to
questions.
answer them.
Yeah. Can we end in a question? Is there any questions? No, I just
Oh,
end
there's
in a
no
question.
question. There's no
what's
question.
your favorite coffee shop?
Oh, wait. No.
Sneak peek for next episode. We answered that
Next
question.
episode, we'll answer our favorite coffee shop in Orange.
There was another
Okay.
question.
Starbucks.
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 Huh? There was another question. It says it was why is Dan
sucking
so
it.
why is Dan so sexy?
Hey yo, show
Who
them
the fuck said
abs.
that?
Show them the abs.
Wait, who said that?
Sir. It's
We
by
can't name drop,
anonymous,
sorry.
by anonymous.
Yeah,
Oh.
what's her handle?
Char win.
Oh, Char. You motherfucking Char win.
You gonna answer him or what?
Why am I so sexy?
It's that boba protein.
Ooh.
Let me think about my answer.
Okay, you only got 5
'Cause I'm
seconds.
Asian.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Very
China
racist.
number one,
China
motherfucker.
In the comments, would you let Dan fuck your mom?
Oh my god! And have your brother.
In the comments.
How about your dad?
Yes or no?
Would you let me eat your dog or no?
Oh my
No! I love dogs. You can't do that.
Chill. Don't say cats. Cats.
You think I don't like dogs?
Bye.
For the
bye.
culture.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Till next time. I'm sucking it.